Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right, so I'm standing here. I want to explain to you about active and passive voice. So you ever heard about active and passive voice in Indonesian language, right? So here I want to explain about active and passive voice in English language. So first, what is the difference between the active voice and also the passive voice in English? So here's the example. Active voice, we have the sentence, the hunter killed the lion. And while the passive one is, the lion was killed by the hunter. So what's the difference between two of these sentences? Yeah, for the first one. Okay. Alright. So first, I'll explain about passive and active voice. Active voice is a sentence with a subject that acts as the verbal predicate, or in short, in active voice, the subject is the doer of the predicate of the verb. And for the passive voice, is the sentence which the subject is subjected to a job or action from the verb, meaning that if the subject is not actually the one who do the verb in the sentence. Or for complete this, subject in active sentence is the actor. The general structure of active voice is subject, predicate, and then object. In active sentence, the main focus or the actor is the subject, not the act. And in passive voice, the subject is the one who receives the action. And the formula is subject plus to be plus participle verb or participle. And the main focus of passive voice is the subject who got the action of the verb. So what's the function of active voice and passive voice where in English? First, active voice used to assertiveness and power of communication. So active sentences are often considered more directive, assertive, and energetic. And also active voice have better readability because active voice is much more easier to be understood and also control over information. With active voice, the writer has complete control over the information conveyed, and the reader can clearly see the relationship between the subject, the verb predicate, and the object. And for passive voice emphasizing object or result. The passive voice is often used to emphasize the object or result of action rather than the doer of the action, and also obscuring or omitting the actor. So if in the sentence the actor of the verb is something found to be hidden or something, yeah, we use passive voice. And also formal or scientific writing requirement. In formal or scientific writing context, the passive voice is often used to create an impression of objectivity and avoid assigning responsibility to that. Also, this is the formula for active voice. So for the positive, the subject verb sometimes used as S or ES behind it, and then object or complement. And for the negative, it's subjects plus auxiliary plus mark plus and then verb and then the object or complement. And for the interrogative, auxiliary first, subject, verb, then object, and don't forget the question mark. For the passive voice, for the positive, it's subject and then auxiliary verb and then participle verb 3 plus by plus object or complement. And for the negative, subject first, subject auxiliary verb plus mark, and same with still with past participle plus by and object also the object or complement. And for the interrogative, auxiliary verb, subject, past participle, and by and continue. And also, how about the tenses? How does the formula if use passive voice? So yeah, in active voice we know about many tenses like simple present, past, and also future and continuous and other. And how do we use it? Passive voice. Alright, so there's several tenses in active voice. First, the simple present, simple past, simple perfect, past, present perfect, simple future, and present continuous. Yeah. Simple present using verb 1, simple past using verb 2, present perfect using verb 3, and also have and has before it. Simple future use verb 1 and use to will, verb before the verb, and present continuous for using to be before the verb one that plus in. Okay. And for the passive voice, for the simple present, well, if in the active voice we can't use to be with the verb in simple present, but in passive voice we have to use to be before the verb in the sentence. And also it's not use the verb one, but rather use verb three. And actually every tenses in passive voice is using verb three or past participle. And also using to be before the verb. And also, if you're paying attention to the formula before, why there is a word by in every sentence and every formula. So do we actually need the word by in every sentence in passive voice? The answer is we don't actually need the word by in to make every sentence in passive voice, because it's only for a complement of the sentence in passive voice. For example, if the decision was made yesterday, so we don't actually need the by word in the sentence because it's only a complement. And also slight info. There are six sentences that last commonly used in passive voice. That is present continuous, present perfect, past continuous, past perfect, continuous, future continuous, and also the future perfect continuous, because the sentence requires the time. Yeah, require time. Like past, it means that before, like it already been done, and for the future is what in the future it have time mark. So and passive voice didn't actually really use. And yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. And before I close this presentation, I want to give you a small quote. The way to get started is quit talking and begin doing. Alright, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.